Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us for our chamber check-in today. Today we are meeting with new member Pando Consulting Group, and we are talking with Melissa Baker. She is the CEO. Pando Consulting Group has offices here in Auburn as well as in Atlanta, Georgia. And that is because Melissa was originally from Auburn. She moved to Atlanta, and then she decided she was going to come back and make it here. So let's talk to Melissa and find out, what is Pando Consulting?
Pando Consulting is a business that I built based on all of the experience I've had working for employers over the past 22 years. I've always been in marketing and advertising and digital, and I found that all of the education that I got in Atlanta, I had started a business down there. Pando is actually a rebrand of that business. Everything I learned in Atlanta, where things are faster and everybody's competing, I was able to bring up here, and the market up here is really, it's needed here. The business is here. I noticed struggle a little bit more because we're a little behind stuff. So it made sense to just rebrand, come back home. Also came back home because I was having a baby and my family's here. So here I am, and I'm really excited to be here because I've noticed through researching the area that I'm the only social media company that is offering small business an ability to have a presence on social media for less than $100 a month, and that really is taken off really well.
Yeah, less than $100 a month for a small business, that's great. We were talking earlier about small business, and you had mentioned people who are maybe just one person in the business, or they don't actually have a storefront. Tell me more about that.
The qualifiers for,
yeah.
Right, so there is, and again, this comes from the experience that I got down here to bring up here. There are a lot of people in network marketing. You know, they say multiple bills, you need multiple streams of income. So there's a lot of people that have, you know, their regular job, but they also have this second business that they really need to get off the ground. And there's some great businesses out there. There's CBD and Mary Kay and It Works and Monat. And these business owners, these independent consultants, need to grow not only their customer base but their downlines. And network marketing doesn't have the bad taste in your mouth that it used to. These companies that are doing it now are wonderful. They're up and up. They do good things for their independent business owners. But these people, because they already have a job, or they're so busy out there networking and trying to get the word out, they don't have time to have a presence on Facebook. And it is the most important thing to have, is a Facebook page that is letting people know what you have, what you're doing, why are you a benefit, and show your personality, because people want to do business with people that they like and who are the experts. So you need to come across that way. Facebook is more searched for business at this point than Google. And if you think about it, it makes sense. If you're scrolling through your news feed and you see your friends and you're like, oh, you know what, I want to go to Margarita's, I can't remember their hours. You're already in Facebook. All you have to do is hit the search bar at the top. So if you're not showing up there and then your page isn't showing a good representation of who you are, what you have, and what you do, you're missing the boat and your competitor is grabbing it.
That's something that you can help them with.
Absolutely.
Manage their pages.
Yep, and the communication. A lot of times they'll get messages and they don't have time to respond right away. And Facebook monitors that and judges your page by that. So having somebody there to answer that for you is a really big deal. The challenge up here is that, you know, it costs money to hire someone to do this for you. So after talking to multiple people, small businesses and these network marketers, I came up with a package that makes sense, that's under $100, that gets them the presence that they need, but they also get my 23 years of experience in marketing, and I help them set up, you know, what kind of an event should I have that's going to get traction? What kind of offer should I do? So it's beyond just social media management. I absolutely love helping small businesses figure out what they can do to grow with the littlest amount of investment possible, because there's a lot of things that you can do that don't cost anything but can net a great profit.
That's great. as we were talking earlier, you had talked about web design and that you're dedicated to your client. Thank you. Tell me more about that.
So I also do web development, and the great thing about when I create websites is when you choose me, you're choosing somebody who has been writing content for advertising and marketing for years, decades. I'm aging myself. I need to stop using those words.
Long time?
Yeah, for a long time. Very experienced. But I've had to come up with the content that gets conversions, because your website should be a sales tool, not just an information source. That content, a lot of developers want you to write that for them. They want you to give them the information, whereas when you work with me, I'm telling you, I suggest this. This is the kind of customer you can get with this. Because of that, I only take on one client at a time, typically a 4 to 6 week project, because I want to make sure everything is in perfect detail. And it's presented to them the way that they asked for it. I don't have a huge team, which for me is great because I'm the face. I have the accountability. You work just with me and rely on just me, which is also good for me as a control freak because I don't have to worry about someone else, doing something that I wouldn't want done for my company.
In looking at your website, and your website is
www.pandocg.com.
I have found that you offer lots of educational seminars?
Absolutely. So businesses that are still in a position where they can't work with even a budget of $99 a month, sometimes the best bet for them is just to learn how to do it on their own. So I teach an in-depth Facebook class where you will learn from how to set up your Facebook page to how to have a properly running Facebook ad and demographics. I'll teach you the tools that you need to create professional looking graphics quickly without any experience. I also teach classes on how to write an email that will convert. I've worked for multiple large franchise and corporations and had to write emails that had to turn into money, and they did. And I want to share that with other business owners. I do offer this service, but I would prefer to just teach you.
And Melissa actually did a Facebook seminar here at the Chamber. And I think she's looking to do maybe a couple of more seminars here.
Yes, so I joined the Chamber in December and did a seminar right away on Facebook. It was so great. I got in January an email from the local college that had been here for the seminar asking me if I'd be interested in instructing for them, which, what an amazing opportunity just by being in the right place, which is the Chamber, at the right time. So I'm really excited. I'm excited about doing my next class once we hammer out timing. It's just, and I'm actually going to plug the Chamber just because I moved back from Atlanta. When I first came back, I was working for a large advertising agency out of Atlanta, and have since left and decided to, push my business again and have it be my full, I'm a mom of a young one and a teenager and busy. I need flexibility, but I also need to network, and I also needed my business supported. And the first thing I thought of was the Chamber, because when I lived here before 7 years ago, I went to the Chamber after hours. I would go to these lunch and learns, and I'm like, well, that's the best way to get my name out. Go teach people what I do. Because a lot of times when you teach people what you do, ultimately they don't really want to do it after. They want to figure out a way they can have it done for them. So it's such a great resource to be able to come in and educate the local businesses what you're doing and how you do it, and get them to know you personally. Because like I said, if you're the expert and you're likable, you're going to do really well, especially in Maine, where we want to know our neighbor. We want to know who we're working with. We don't want to have to call someone out of state.
Those connections definitely help. So other than seminars, I know that you've got some events that you're planning, and I have this in front of me.
Yes.
I don't know if Erin can zoom in or not. Now, it's called the Superwoman's Survival Summit. Tell me about this.
Yeah, so when I was in Atlanta, I became a women's empowerment speaker and speaking to women on how to bounce back from all of the things that have happened to you, how to take those horrible tragedies like child sexual abuse, rape, domestic violence, and turn them into strength. It was really it was powerful for me. It helped in my healing process. And then as I was speaking, I was seeing how much it affected other women. When I came up here, I noticed nobody was doing anything for women like that. So I figured, well, I might as well try and start one. And we have one set up now. It is for women that are busy, trying to juggle everything, that really just need to, we're going to teach you how to fuel the girl crush on yourself, how to become healthier on the inside, how to become healthier on the outside and stronger and 3 hours a week. We're going to talk about credit. One of the things that we don't really focus on for the most part as women is credit. Like, how does it work? How does a FICO score work? What are things that we can do to fix it? I've got one of the top mortgage brokers coming in from TD Bank to come in and teach on that. I've got a great story. This wonderful woman who owns a hair salon in Lewiston that started her salon as a single mom, built it up, had another child, unfortunately became a single mom again, but has grown so much she was able to buy her own house. And that is an amazing story for our area. So I really feel like it's a great way for women to come and find out how to juggle. I've got somebody speaking who's a very busy outside of the house working mom that has a preteen and a 5-year-old, and they have karate and soccer and cheering, and how does she manage that? What are some of the tips, tricks, and hacks to get through your day and get it all done but still find time for yourself?
And be successful.
Yes, so every woman will get a gift bag, which will be excited. We're going to have a nice lunch provided, and there'll be an opportunity for them to speak to everyone that is speaking. So, and that's on March 23rd.
And is this something that people have to register for?
Yes, absolutely. We have a limited amount of tickets because of the space. It's at Marco's, and we've got their ballroom that's in the back, which is sizable, but because we also have vendors that are going to be there, we've got 3 sponsors, we're taking advantage of every inch. So we have a total of 64 tickets, and we are already over a quarter sold out, and it's still a month and a half away. So
to register, they go either to your website?
Yep, they can go to pandocg.com/SWSS for Super Women's Survival Summit, or you can look for it on Facebook, the Super Women's Survival Summit. That's under my Facebook page. The event is there. You'll see all the information.
That's excellent. So we've talked about seminars, we've talked about events, we've talked about why you joined the chamber. Did you have anything else that you wanted to cover?
It's funny when you're choosing as a business owner where you're going to invest your money. It is a really big decision, especially as a small business. When you make those, when you're basically partnering with people that you're going to trust to get the word out about yourself. And I've got some very long-term in the community clients that I've been working with since I've been back. And just some success stories is within the first 45 days of working with one chiropractic office, I was able to get them 7 new patients. While working with a restaurant in the first 30 days, I boosted their incoming messages by 84%, which turned into revenue and more sales. And then I had another Facebook page I worked with that after 45 days had seen a 2,600% increase in engagement. So it's not just about posting, it's about when do you post, what do you post, what is your message. And a lot of small businesses don't want to have to think about that, but that's what I do every single day.
Or that they don't know that they should be thinking about.
Right, right.
One of the conversations we were having before, which pertains a lot to social media, is that word of mouth these days is not what it used to be.
No, it's not. I remember when I was a kid, you remember the rotary phones and the long cords, and my mom would be complaining about something to her friend on the phone, and that was word of mouth. Or,
right.
The guy came and fixed the furnace, oh, thank God he was available. That's not the case anymore. They're putting it on their Facebook page and telling all their friends. They're putting it on the business page and telling all those business followers, plus it shows up in their newsfeed. And you have no control when these people are going to post something negative. So it's important to be aware when things happen, to be on top of it. Vigilant is a fantastic word. And even when you have happy customers, make sure that you're getting them to post. You know, my own Facebook page, since I've rebranded, is very small as far as followers, but every time I make someone happy, I reach out to them and I say, are you happy enough that you would be willing to tell my future customers? And it's no shame, ask. Because people typically will take the time and write you something. And there's nothing more powerful than going on a business's Facebook page and seeing a 5-star recommendation. The community actually expects to see more than 4 stars. So if you're anywhere below a 4-star, there's a problem, and you need to start asking. And
you need to call Melissa so
right,
she can help
you.
you.
Need to call me.
And speaking of calling you, let's talk about ways to contact you. We've already covered the website, www.pandocg.com.
Yep.
Phone number?
There's a couple actually. My main number is new. I know you printed off my website, so I'm gonna. There it is. Okay. So my main phone number is area code 207-613-4219. That's 207-613-4219. That's something I have to get used to again. There's only one area code, so I probably just need to say 613. But,
that's okay. 207. We're good.
Yep. 613-4219, and you'll get me directly. I do work up until 6:30 p.m. So if you have a question, or if you just want to have coffee and talk business, I love that. I'm all about networking right now and finding out about what's going on with small business. What are your challenges? What can I help with? If you're interested in being a part of any of the upcoming events I have, they'll start being listed on my Facebook page. I will say I typically do everything wrapped around women's issues and what can I do for the empowerment of women and children. So reach
Have we
out to me.
introduced you as a new member at breakfast yet?
March.
March, all right.
Yes.
So if you want to meet Melissa in person, you can come to March's breakfast. She'll be introduced as a new member. And I want to thank you for joining us today. I want to thank Melissa for coming back to Maine, coming back to our community and making it here.
Thanks for having me.
That is so important for our community to build and to lead and to thrive. So you can, make your dream here, make your home here, make your business here, but make it here. Thanks for joining us. I am Rachel Bishop, the Membership Services Manager here at LA Metro Chamber. Have a good day.